Hi guys, welcome to Cruise and Tarot. Okay, so let's go ahead and start another episode of the Real Crime Tarot. Disclaimer, guys, I'm not a psychic. I'm just a tarot reader that covers real crime and missing person cases. Missing persons cases. Sorry, this isn't evidence. This is or proof of any kind. This is just for entertainment purposes. It's not my intention to disrespect anyone. And no, this will cover sensitive topics. If you find these kind of readings interesting, please like, share, and subscribe. Well, guys, let's go ahead and get started. All right, the person I decided I had to print out so I can kind of go back to the small details on this person. It's one of the oldest cases. I believe it's the oldest posting cases on the Charley project. I can never say that correctly. This person has been missing since 1910. So yeah, most likely this person is deceased, of course, because it would be what, 140 years old or so. So this person went missing at the age of 25. Okay, and I have a picture of her here. It's Dorothy Harriet Camille Arnold. There is one kind of article out there, and if I can remember, I kind of read through it and stuff, and it pretty much covers the same thing that they cover on this website. But I'll put the links in the description box below if you guys are interested in hearing the whole story. I'm just going to cover the basic stuff, okay? Caucasian female, dark brown hair, blue eyes. I don't know if that matters at this point because she's been missing for such a long time. Missing from Manhattan, New York, okay? So she came from a family supposedly were millionaires at the time in New York City. She was supposedly dating this fellow named Arnold. And I'm sorry, Arnold is her name. Sorry about that. She was dating this person named George C. Griscom Jr., a Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania engineer. He was in his 40s. I don't know. It doesn't really cover whether, I guess the family didn't like this. She did go and pawn some stuff, so it was almost like an indication, without saying it, that maybe she could have tried to run away with this person. This person she was never fond with this person at all. Okay, so her whereabouts were unknown even up to today. Nobody knows what happened to her. All right, so anyhow, she left her home and went to go bumped into somebody at a store and then left. Okay, the bookstore, I'm sorry. And she had an encounter with a friend, chatted for a few minutes, and that was apparently the last person that saw her friend. So the only suspects I see here, if there is a disappearance, would be herself, of course. She didn't seem happy not being able to date this person or not to freely do whatever she wanted to do. Her family. And I would assume this guy she was dating, and then any other potential person. Okay, so he denied up to his death that he had anything to do with that. He stated that she was depressed because her stories had been rejected by some kind of editorial staff in a magazine, so she wanted to be a writer. But I mean, to the point where she's suicidal or something like that. I don't know if that's what he was trying to say. So either this person, I'm sorry, her boyfriend at the time, either had no clue that she did this, or he had something to do and is trying to push him towards something else, I would assume. I can say this freely because they're all long gone. So I don't know if I'm not trying to be very relaxed, but I'm just saying, I mean, I'm just going to do the reading. It's not like they're pending trial or they're going to case open and now they're going to find him guilty and arrest him because, I mean, they're all long gone. So this case still seems unresolved. Okay, so if you guys want to click on the link in the description box, you can find more information. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with her reading. Alrighty then. So let's see. I have a little template to remind myself to do that. So I did the disclaimer in my intro and the summary story. I did a pretty shitty choppy job on that, and I'm sorry. Okay, so let's go ahead and do a couple of cards to give us a description on her and the person who, if there was anybody involved in her disappearance. Let's go ahead and pull some cards on that. And I don't see my other card deck, the one that I use for all this stuff. I don't know where I put, oh, there it is. Okay. Okay, on Dorothy, what is it, Dorothy? Dorthy Arnold. I'm just going with Dorthy Arnold. Okay, so let's see. Give me a few cards on Dorthy and Arnold, their overall energy. Okay, so, there's something about her being a little bit more purposeful. She wanted to, I guess she had some kind of idea to feel, that made her feel worthy. And look at this person. They have something in their hand, like almost like a huge pen, okay? So maybe that talks about her writing. And then someone here was trying to take a last stand when it comes to this. So it talks about a goal that she was trying to make a stand for. Yeah, she had some kind of maybe a little bit naive ideas when it comes to becoming a writer. That's the energy I'm pulling. Okay, so let's go ahead and see. She was in her head or a little bit emotional about that, possibly. Maybe that's the overall energy towards the end before she disappeared or she moved on, if you know what I'm saying. If there's somebody involved in her disappearance, show me who this is or give us an indication of the energy of that person. Whoops. This spell, I'm just going to put it like this. You know, and I hate to say it, that we can't even confirm on this exactly because it's not like there's family members or people that knew her say, yeah, that kind of describes her. There's no way of doing this. All right, so... Ooh, it's a fly. There's a possibility of maybe a third party situation here. Some third party. There's 3 and 3, right? But what I'm seeing here also is that some kind of forgiveness, and some kind of freedom here. Forgiveness or freedom. Forgive me for wanting to be free, possibly here. And then there's here's about friendship or celebrations are coming together and then being more efficient about it. Like easier just to come together this way. That's the kind of energy I'm getting here. Someone possibly is looking at her like that. Okay, so let's see. How do they know each other? If she had someone who was involved, or if there's somebody that was involved in her disappearance, let's see, how does she know who this person, how would she know this person, period? I shouldn't have had so much caffeine, and then I'm like having a crash, so sorry. Okay, so this was a new adventure, new opportunity for her. Whoever this was trying to give her a new opportunity, and it was mutual. Although it was a mutual feeling, they both looked at each other as a new opportunity. That's how she knew him. She knew him because this person was new, and they were both attracted to each other, or they both came together somehow. What else? Could have been her partner already. Okay, and then somebody here is taking a last stand. Maybe it being a little bit overprotective here. Someone who was overprotective of her. That's how she knew him. Okay. What were her thoughts when she went missing? Again, because it's indicating on the reads that she potentially left on her own will. To go to who? And then did something else happen? I don't know. Let's see. What was her thoughts on the last day or when she went missing? What was her thoughts? What was going through her mind? Okay. Either somebody here, Let me see if I have my other card deck here. Nope. Where are you? Give me a second. Let me pause it. All right, let me get my clarifiers a little bit and see what happened. Let's see here. Hopefully I'll just do this in one part versus 2 or 3. Okay, so this talks about change, transition, okay? I thought maybe it could have been some kind of ending or death here, but look, forced change. There's some kind of forced change here, energy. Come on. All right, so then we have, okay, so someone was trying to be more practical here. Okay, the way I can read it is this way. Someone was trying to be more practical here. They're trying to sip some kind of truth and come together with this truth. Or it could be someone was trying to come together to have a partner. And after some truth, maybe a truth conversation or what needed to be done and for them to come together. Right? Things might have been intense, or maybe someone was a little overconfident and didn't realize how complicated this was. Yeah, there was some kind of bond or codependency here. So she was thinking that things needed to change and she had to force it possibly, or things were forced upon her to change. Is the day she went missing. Something about it having the partner or potential wifely duties here. There's some kind of truth about it working out is what she was thinking. And there is also having a little, I was too overconfident in this. I wasn't really prepared for this. And then she was thinking about a bond or a codependency or a connection here. Okay, so as for her thoughts, let's go ahead and see what her feelings were when she went missing, right? The day or while she went missing. Let me put this somewhere else. What is all that? Let me grab my cards really quick, guys. There's another one. Like, have them all scattered everywhere. Gosh darn it. Okay. This is so annoying. Let's see. Sorry, my chair squeaking. I usually say nothing I can do about it. I'm sure there's something I can do about it. I just don't do it, okay? All right, so let's see. What were her feelings at the time when she went missing? What were her feelings? What was Dorothy Arnold's feelings? Okay. Let's see. Why was she very thoughtful or considerate here? Why is that here? What was her feelings? Oh my. Okay. So something about changing her timing. The timing and changing here. So she was very thoughtful about that. Like time changing here. What was she fascinated about? Why is she have the fascinating energy here? Why am I thinking she was lured? I don't know. Could be wrong. Let's see. Again, this is not evidence. This is just tarot. Okay, so now we... Again, didn't I just say she was lured, right? So I think she was fascinated and entertained somehow. And she was very thoughtful about some kind of chance here or some change here. Or like luck here changing for her. Because she was really fascinated. Someone was baiting her. Someone was catfishing her to do something here. Is someone playing games or really deceitful when it comes to her? Okay, so we got those. Let's see what else we need to talk about. Okay. How did he... Okay. I'm trying to think how to say this question, how to say it. Okay, how did she see... Or what did she see that day? Who did she see that day that caused her to go missing? What was she seeing, or who was she seeing that caused her to... That had something to do with her missing? Oh my god, why is this cup coming out? Woo. This fly is getting in my face. It's timing. Like, you know, she was running out of time. It was now or never kind of energy here. It was her last stand. That's what she was seeing at. This is my opportunity. This is my only time I can do this. Okay, so I do feel she was enticed somehow. Okay, what action led to this? Let's go ahead and see the action here. I have such a mess. I need to organize my room. I think I'm going to take a little break from doing tarot for just a little bit, because I have a bunch of videos anyways. I think I'm covered for a few weeks, and I need to organize this mess right now. What action led to her disappearance? Show me the most important action. The most... Sorry, my nose is stuffy and my glasses are pressing down on my nose. What action led to her disappearance? What action is the most important? Okay, so, you know, she was very emotional. She had something about feeling compassion for someone here, is what it's telling me. And she wanted a break from someone or separation from something. Okay? But it also can mean like she was contemplating a lot how she feels about the whole thing, or this person or someone about doing this. Anything else? Wow, that's a lot. Okay, so then we have Two of Swords, feeling like I have no choice. We have Knight of Cups. There's some kind of offer here, romantic offer, and this was satisfying to her. She saw it as potential satisfying. Okay, if she wasn't seeing nobody else, and if it is that boyfriend of hers, and he wanted to be with her, why would he make her disappear like that? Interesting, right? Like, if he really cared about her, wanted to marry her, why did he make her disappear? My curiosity is what happened to him afterwards. Who did he marry? Did he know this person from before? What is their history? Stuff like that. Anybody else go missing around him? All right, so did he move away? Like, what happened, you know? All right, so let's go ahead and move on to the next. Let's go ahead and check the status and or condition of hers. But because we already know she's passed, this is what we'll do. What is her status and condition? Let's say within a year after she went missing. What is Dorothy Arnold's status and or condition within a year after her disappearance? So from 1910 to 1911, I guess. Which, what a total year. What is her status and or condition? Okay. God, I'm so tired of my stuffy nose. I prefer not to have unknown. I prefer to know the answer. Oh, gosh. All right, so we do have unknown right now. And this talks about mystery. It's hidden. Too many secrets, possibly. A cause and effect. The big... So what it's saying that it's unknown because there's too many people keeping secrets. So if whoever did this might have not been the only one who had a secret or didn't do anything about it. Too many people, too many variables, and too many people who made this really difficult to figure out. There's something about making being honest or clear about something. Okay, so we have unknown so far. So let's go ahead and pull some more. 2 out of 3. What is Dorothy Arnold's I'm going to put her picture over here so I can see it a little bit better. Her status and or condition within a year after she went missing. After a year, like up to a year after she went missing. What was her status and or condition? After a year. clarity and truth. Clarity and truth, not tooth. See what I mean? I'm like having a crash out because I shouldn't have had so much caffeine. I was super energetic. Now I'm like, ugh. Oh, my nose is so stuffy, guys. Why is it so dry here in this area and yet I still get so stuffy nose? Okay, this is and condition, clarity and truth. Status and conditions, clarity and truth. Please don't give me unknown. Tell me what I need to know. It's been a long time ago, so we can still find out what's happened to her. I need an answer, please. I need truth and clarity. I know there's not much, maybe a difference for if there's anybody still that's looking for her or curious about what happened to their family, but I still want to know. I want truth and clarity. Oh, okay. So, is that 2? Okay, 3. Okay, so let me get rid of these real quick because I already have 3 of those. This one, SD. Self. Okay, so this talks about self. Or maybe her having part of it too. Moving on and letting go. There's heartache here, and there's something about feeling lonely. Or feeling alone in this. That she had to go reflect. I mean, I don't know why. I mean, still back in those days, I think they would marry pretty fast. So, I don't know how long they were engaged for. There was a huge age gap, but it was normal back then. And before people say it can't happen, blah, 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 blah. You know what? Let me tell you something. Back then, people had no choice. They hardly got divorces compared to these days. These days, you're capable of getting a divorce and stuff. So, that's the only reason it lasted is because people back then had no other choice. That's what they believed, that they had to stick it out. Now these days you fart too loud and all of a sudden you're getting a divorce. Anyways, give me the status and condition of Dorthy Arnold. I'm a little too relaxed with this reading. Sorry. Like I said, I'm kind of crashing out anyways. Like tired. Oh, that one goes there. So we have unknown and SD so far. If I get another one that's not the same, I have to write it down so I don't forget it. Okay. Oh my gosh. I'm not even plugged in from my mic and I'm almost talking all close to my mic over here. So let me fix that. Alrighty, so I hope that fixed it. I really don't know. I'm scared to finish this reading, but okay. I'm just going to do it. Script. Come on, truth and clarity. Dorthy Arnold, what's happened to her? What is her condition? We need to know this. Truth and clarity. Truth and clarity. I hope I don't start having nightmares again or all kinds of weird dreams because I'm tired of those sometimes. And like I said in every reading, I just don't want people to wish me bad, or if they do, return to sender, and that's their own bad juju going back to them, because I don't wish anything bad on anybody. I mean, sometimes I kind of wish people get what they deserve, but that's just, I mean, is it bad though? You really just get what you deserve? Think about it. Anyways, let's see here. Unknown. Wow. So it's like I'm not going to get the information on this one, guys, but obviously we all know that she's gone, right? Because, I mean, it's crazy that unknown is coming out. So something about inexperience. It's clear. And juggling. So, Okay, now let me ask this question then. Okay, so 2 out of 3, right? And then we'll kind of at least steer us to the right direction of what happened. God, this flies. I'm just so sick of these things. Rains a little bit and they come out. Okay, you know what? I'm not just gonna skip that part and get to it later. Let me go ahead and grab these cards. Where's my authentic ones? I don't know. So I'm gonna get this moments. All right, let's go ahead and see what happened. See, tell us what happened. Why is Dorthy Arnold disappeared? Why did she disappear? What happened? Ugh. Is this clicked in all the way? I don't even know. Okay. Let's go ahead and see what's happening. I hope this is not a waste of video and then I'm going to have to start over again because of the mic. Okay, what happened to Dorthy Arnold and her disappearance? Tell us what happened. Give us some clues on what happened. Truth and clarity. Dorthy Arnold. She went missing. In the pictures they have in this Charley project, they almost look a little different. And the guy's picture looks awful suspect. It's like, are they trying to portray him that way? Okay. I know what this means, like... Okay, so it's like someone leaving something behind. Okay, so this means like leaving something behind, right? Walking away. Okay, and then for some kind of stability or control. Give us a few more. Oh, these are upside down. Let's see here. They're upside down? Okay. I'll try not to read them that way. Give us a few more. These are just easier to shuffle sometimes. Okay. Then we have somebody here who couldn't juggle. Couldn't balance things out here. And I felt like there was some kind of ending here for this person. It's almost here someone trapped and being controlled. There's ways to look at this, okay? Feeling trapped. There's no way out. I'm being controlled. I can't balance this. I can't handle this. And it's over. Why does she feel like this, or what is this about? Okay, so her being infatuated with something, really distracted with something here. Again, I get the energy she was lured somehow. I mean, it could be something else self on live, but let's see, why is this here? Like distracted, being in some kind of illusion here. And then this one about things coming together, celebrating. Anything else? Here's the Wheel of Fortune again. Something about she took a risk or a chance here. She feels it was a lucky opportunity for things to be fair for her. And it has to do with someone who is very unemotional, very cold towards her, though. Who doesn't really think about emotions here. Or someone was not considering emotions here. All right. Let's see. Whoops. Okay, I dropped the card. I had to bend over and get it. Okay, so let's go ahead and see What else happened? With these cards, can you tell me what happened to her? Like, ultimately, did she, like, was there someone hurting her? Did she do it herself? Did she go try to run away and have an accident? Was it natural? What was her ending like? Show us about her ending. Okay, here we go with the Emperor again. There is someone involved. There's an Emperor involved in this. Someone who likes to have order and protection, okay? Like, someone could be very out of control too if it comes reverse, and want to come sideways, so this can go either way. All right, so then we have the 10. Oh my God, the 10 of Swords again. Some inevitable ending pain. Some kind of betrayal. This is the end of it. Ah, that's too many. I don't take that big of a chunk. Anything else? What happened to her? How did she end? Okay, and then we have the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is like a partner or some kind of provider. Okay? Or some kind of provider. Someone who's very generous with her. Could be a father figure or a partner here. Protecting self, keeping to herself. She had to protect herself. She felt she had to protect herself from this person. Okay, I'm going to just pull a few more cards, guys, and let's see if it makes any sense here. All right, so I have here, she dealt with some kind of dominant male energy here. She had to deal with, and there's a final ending with this person. And this person, like, wanted to be more generous with her, wanted to provide from her. Provide for her. There was her wanting to keep herself from away from this person. Keep to herself. Protect herself. Okay? There was some kind of desire here from someone, or she wanted something new. And then there's resting, a break, contemplation, sleeping with the fish, if that makes any sense. And then we have mostly 2, 3, there's 3 no's, 1 maybe, and a few yeses, 2 yeses. And we do have self, like, what do you call it? A free will. Like, maybe she wanted to walk away. There was some kind of crime that she came across. Someone got paid off. Someone local and familiar knows about what happened. And then they're calling it free will. And she's gone. Let's pull a few more cards. And that's it for her. I have this bucket thing over here. Let's get these. Okay. Got these little cards in here because they're kind of small. Let's go ahead and pull some. Let's see what happened to Dorthy Arnold. How did she pass? How did she disappear? Any clues we need to know about what happened? Even though it's a long time ago, just give us clarity and truth. Okay, come on, fingers. Okay. All right, so here we have social media. So something about the newspapers. Was she trying to write about the newspapers, or had to do, if she was trying to write with the newspapers or something like that, maybe it has to do with someone there. There are some kind of timeline issues here. Maybe too much time has passed by. She could have been in a secluded area at the time, or secluded now, in the water. Secret government program. I don't think it's a conspiracy with her per se. I think it's someone within the police department or someone local here that had some kind of official title or some kind of status that kind of kept it on the down low. Maybe they were not involved directly, but indirectly they were. And then this on a point of crack in this or something like that. Okay, so there's some kind of falseness to this. So maybe they kind of just said that she ran away. Maybe they kind of tried to smear her, like a smear campaign on what happened with her. And then there's some kind of collapse or something like that. It could be maybe they try to end her family's legacy or her family's money or business if they have some kind of business here. Or they were worried. Here we go. That's what I'm getting actually. They were, somebody here did a cover up because they were worried protecting their name here more than the truth. All right, still happens till today, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and see what else. All right, who are the suspects, right? Let me get a card here real quick. I would assume that there's a couple of suspects. The number one suspect is her boyfriend at the time. All right, so did Dorothy's boyfriend, the boyfriend at the time, or in the thing, I'm just going to call him out by his name, was George Griscom Jr., George C. Griscom. Did he have anything to do with her unaliving? Did he have anything to do with unaliving? Yes, no, maybe 2 out of 3. I'm not going to read the meanings this time. I'm just going to do the yes, no, maybe. And that's it. This one came out like this. Did he have anything to do with Dorothy's unaliving? I'm just going to go straight to the point and ask the question. Okay, first round is no. I'm not going to read the remarks, remember? So, George C. Griscom, if I can say his name correctly, her boyfriend at the time, did he have something to do with her unaliving? Did he have anything to do with her unaliving? So it's 2 maybes, yes, and 1 no. Truth and clarity. Okay, there's a maybe. So now we have a no and a maybe. So I'm going to go ahead and do one more. Did that George Griscom have anything to do with Dorothy's unaliving? Okay, now we have yes. So we had no, maybe, and now we have yes. Okay, so hopefully this is, I mean, I don't know how it wouldn't be the tiebreaker. Let's do the tiebreaker here. Truth and clarity. Did Griscom have anything to do with Arnold's unaliving? Dorothy, George. Truth and clarity. Oops, did I hit that? Sorry. Okay, so we have 2 and 2. So this one will tell us whether or not he had some kind of doing with her unaliving. Yes. So it's telling me he had something to do with her unaliving. Again, sleeping with the fish came out again, right? So there's some kind of trap here. He detached something. He restricted something. Thinking the worst. Harm. Depress. Harm. Bad thoughts. Restless overdue talk. And this is... Okay. Damn. 8, 8, and 4. Okay. So, let's see. How did he unalive her? How did he contribute to, George had contribute to her unaliving. He sent some kind of letter that really disappointed her. Did he have something to do with her rejection at the newspaper thingy? I don't know. I'm more wondering about that. And there's something about he could have used some kind of weapon here on her. And then there's something about making it very confusing for her. Very confusing. I'm going to pull these. Let me see if there's anything else. Is there anything else about how he had to do with her unaliving? Can you show us? I need to save up for this card deck. I really, really love this card deck. I want the actual big ones where it's clear. Like Madhouse or something tarot. Madhouse or from Sweden. One of these days. Okay, let's see. Anything else with details on how he unalived her or how he contributed to that? Here's the honorable thing here. So he was feeling cold. There's thorns. Okay, let's see what we got here. Very cold kind of energy here. Something sharp. Holding, like holding breath or holding down. And there's some kind of water involved. I don't know if he just threw her some kind of water at the end. I think he might have hurt her with some kind of water. I mean, some kind of sharp object too. And it held her down in the water and just got rid of her in the water probably. That's just what I'm getting, okay? So I'm not even going to read the other people. If they did have something to do with it, it most likely was just more for cover-up. One, because they didn't want any scandal to affect their names. And then two is because they didn't want to investigate it, because it would be like a family versus family kind of thing, or money versus money possibly here. Okay, so let's do this. I'm just going to ask one round, yes, no, maybe, and it's going to have to match 3 cards. Has her body been discovered, even if they didn't know it was hers? Yes, no, maybe. Has her body been discovered up to today? Even if it's just bones, it doesn't matter. Has her body been discovered? Maybe. Maybe. Huh. Something about details. Unfinished business. Some kind of failure. So they were digging someplace up and they found something, but they ended up not continuing. Okay. Will she be officially ever found? Like her bones? Like, okay, let's see. With her body, no matter what state, ever be officially found? Even up to, I don't know, 2030. Up to the year 2030. Will her remains ever be found? Even if it's just one small piece. Just one round. Okay, sideways, and they're both the same, so I'm taking it. Okay, it's kind of sideways, so I'm not taking that one. And they're both two separate. So, yeah, there's a big chance that her remains could be found in by 2030. Something they'll be guided though. Something about guiding, there's a lot. Okay, you know, there's maybe a way that's to say that wherever she's at, there's going to be other bodies. I'm not saying they're all connected to the same person, but there's going to be other bodies. Okay. Let's see what else. Let's see. Does anybody today alive today know where she is located? Know about her whereabouts? Know for sure like where her body is, but no matter what condition or how much of it. Like where her body is or anything. This is no. Okay, there's it all came out at once, but there's a no and a yes here. I'm gonna pull this one again because with one card this time, okay? Because that was just weird how it came out. So there's maybe someone that kind of knows, but it's almost like maybe someone knows, but there's something. It's almost like the unfinished business card in a way. Like, I don't know how else to say it. Something was incomplete. Maybe something needs to be emptied out. Someone was doing it and kind of figured something was happening, didn't want to get involved with maybe. Maybe that's what it is. Okay, so let's see here. Like, maybe they had obviously it had nothing to do with it. And they don't have bad intentions, but maybe just freaked out. Maybe they were fishing and caught a little piece of a bone and didn't make anything of it, but later thought, what was that? And didn't say anything. Yes, so there is somebody that kind of knows. Maybe they don't know that it's her, but they know something is up. Like they saw maybe a little glimpse of something. All right, so I'm just saying it doesn't hurt to ever, you know, you say, I don't want to get involved. You're right. I can kind of see the fear in that sometimes. But at the same time, I mean, I hate to say it, but I know it's kind of, hers is kind of way too late for her family. But it'd be good to kind of know, like, what happened or where is she, you know? Something like that. All right, is there another deck I can pull and that's it? Okay, I'm getting really tired. Okay, so this is, I'm just going to pull a few more cards of these and that's it, guys. Whatever. See, there's a spouse partner. Ugh. Was she pregnant? Or she found out about a pregnancy or something? There's a couple involved here. There's two people involved in her disappearance. Could be her parents find out about her thing. What if she went with this guy to go get rid of this? Two different people that conducted that. Yeah, some caregiver. See? She might have been actually, there been an incident or some accident happened. And because, how would this work out? It's back in those days, people were more worried about what others say about them instead of the truth. Well, still kind of happens till today. But it could have been like, I'm pregnant. We're not supposed to do this. It's 1910. It's really old-fashioned times. And you know, instead of worrying about what I look, I'm going to go and kill a baby. So I'm going to find somebody here that can do it. This doctor patient thing, maybe something went wrong. And then her spouse or partner knew, but didn't want to say anything because it was her baby, his baby, and didn't want the drama. Okay, yeah, some of them is really sneaky because they're worried someone would get some kind of evidence or facts or proof about this. Okay. It has to do with religious traditions, religious, old-fashioned way, you know, stuff like that. Doing the right thing by doing the wrong thing. All right, so this is all I got, guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.